Knocked out by Gino Voss in the first round at the back end of last year in the Dutch Masters. A fortnight ago at Hildesheim, Justin Pipe beat Richie 6-3 in the first round.
He got very frustrated there, didn't he? He didn't know how, when he was playing Justin, he didn't know how to cope with all the extra time he was having behind Justin. But against Jyhan, he won't have that problem. He's pretty quick.
54.
He's Artut. So the pace should be pretty good for Richie. See if he can keep it as smooth as that, then he's definitely the favourite here by a long shot as well. But that's what he's got to stop doing.
Right on cue. A perfect example of the Richie Burnett snatch. Yes, that event in Hildesheim, one of 5 European Tour events in Germany. And the crowd always come out in big numbers for the German events. And like you say, Rod, would really be good to see one of the homegrown players coming to the forefront.
Well, I just think the business is growing out here, the darts industry, you know, really good. But a real
82.
You know, there's a lot of great Germans. I'm not saying they're not, but one that pushes into the top 16 and perhaps top 12 would be great out here.
Jyhan had to play in the European qualifiers last night to get here. Beat Jyhan Artut at 6-4 and Roby John Rodriguez at 6-5.
105.
We saw him qualify for 5 European Tour events last year. And the winner of this game will play Snakebite, Peter Wright, tomorrow in the second round.
Well, I took a 25 with that last dart that leaves him Shanghai on the 20s. And he's going to get 6 darts from here, so don't miss a big number because you're going to waste darts at the double, but it looks like he's going to smarten it up. Pretty good. So he's going to get the 2 darts at the double anyway. Richie, all he can do, a big number, put a little bit of pressure on. First leg of the game. You've got to think your opponent's going to be a little bit edgy.
43. You require 52.
So with the throw to take a 1-0 lead here. Double 16 for the German.
20.
Well, that was unfortunate.
139.
A big 1-3 outshot would really set things alight here for Burnett.
He's gone the treble 13 route. That leaves him double top to nick this first leg. A brilliant check out from Richie Burnett. Opted away from the treble 19 because he wanted to leave his favourite double top. And that treble 13 come in, and them 3 darts were dead centre. I mean, the scoring was pretty poor by his standards, but certainly that check out. And that's the sort of thing you want to see if you want Richie Burnett to play well. He gets fired up now.
Yes, fantastic outshot from the Welshman who celebrated his 47th birthday last week.
85.
He's been around the top of the dart scene for a good quarter of a century. A Lakeside world champion, of course, back in 1995.
57.
And he's done well to battle his way back up the rankings in the last couple of years.
60.
Yeah, he's put some hard work in, Rich. I mean, this snatch was
59.
a lot worse when he was going for his bad patch, and you know, he just couldn't get on a run. But he decided to put the hard work in, and it's paid off. If you put the hard work in and it doesn't come, at least you've tried. And you can sit back and say, well, I've tried and it didn't work. But Richie put the hard work in and he's seen the benefits. And if you want to sit back on your backside, right, many times it comes to you. You've got to go to it.
83. Richie require 139.
Well, he took it out in the first leg. Can he repeat it again in the second? No, he won't do it like that. But he'll look to set himself up with a decent finish. 63 scored so far.
123.
A beautiful setup there from Rich. That left him double 8. So he's on the first leg. Richie Burnett took a big shot out to nick the leg. He's not going to do it, Artut. So Burnett's going to come back for a 2-0 lead.
Richie requires 16.
Double 16 to hold on to his throw. Don't make sense, does it? Take the 139 out and then get 3 darts at the double, you can't hit it.
So double top then for Artut to bring us all square. Double 10 now, back down the board.
35.
Well,
Richie require 4.
and he can't afford to let Richie Burnett in too many times in a match of this short format, and that is 2-0.
Third leg is Jyhan to throw first. Game on.
Richie rode his luck there a little bit, giving Artut 2 darts at a double. But it is ironic, and Mike, the Premier League in Bournemouth last night, we talked about it before the show for the Sky Internet, and Dave Clark asked me about why quick players are good on the combinations,
83.
and it's always about momentum. They don't think about the winning double, they go bang, bang, bang. But when they've got 3 darts in the hand, and we see it with Steve Maish earlier on, they miss with the first one, then they start to panic, and that's why the quick throwers miss with 3 darts in hand, where perhaps the combination's an easier shot for them.
Yep, a very good point. How many times we see that.
100.
Jyhan just missed out on qualifying for Alexandra Palace this year. Did play in the World Championships in 2011 and 2012, and then won his tour card in 2013 to guarantee him another 2 years on the circuit.
Well, the first maximum of the match goes to Richie Burnett, and what a time to do it. It gives him the advantage now, and he's going to get 6 darts from 138. Well, it's the treble 20. The treble 18 will be his next route, but he'll stay there, and that's a perfect guide. Surely this will be in the treble 20. This will be the biggest 18 you've ever seen.
81.
Well, as I say, it's a big one.
But he has a bit of time, with Artut just looking to pressurise this shot, and does so.
Richie requires 57.
Some players, Mike, using that first dart there is easy to hit the double top or the double. Well,
47.
that goes out the
Jyhan
window.
require 36.
Well, again, that was for 3-0 and real clear daylight between the two of them, but Artut is back in it now at 2-1.
Game on.
Salvage that visit with that treble 19 with the last dart. This is a good start to the leg from Artut. A very good start to the leg from Artut.
Well, we had 6 9-darters in the UK Open qualifiers last weekend in Wigan. Artut kicks off with a maximum. Can he follow it up? He isn't going to do that, but I'm sure the last thing in his mind is the 9-dart leg.
100.
Just wants to stay straight, clean this leg up, and of course he's got the advantage now to break the throw of Richie Burnett.
$137.
Yes, an extraordinary weekend for 9 darters. in Wigan. 6 in a weekend, 2 from one player, a certain Mr. Philip Taylor.
And yet he struggled big time last night against Adrian Lewis. Just could not find his range at all. Well, Richie Burnett puts the second maximum, and what a time to put it in. When we talk about put pressure on your opponent, doesn't get much better than that. So he's going to have to go 12. That leaves the bullseye.
56.
And all of a sudden, Richie Burnett wasn't within sight of this leg. 3 darts. Gives him, the maximum gives him 3 darts at double 14 to hold on to his throw. Down the bottom of the board to 7s, and last dart in his hand just moves to the right. 14. And again, darts missed at a double.
25.
Double 12 then for 2 all. Double 6.
19.
Well, Burnett another let off to go 3-1 up here. It's awkward. Double 7.
Is he going 6?
Yeah.
He is.
So double 4. Start at it. Oh, still no.
He'll wish he went straight for the double 7 now. This is not the easiest double on the board. Especially now he's hidden a good part of up. Well, you can see that. You can only see a ½ inch of the right-hand side.
Ooh.
And that's a long way off.
It's always the danger. And eventually Richie Burnett, both players struggling to get over the line, but it is Burnett who restores his 2-leg advantage here.
I have to say, Mike, you know, in a lot of the games we've seen a lot of darts missed at doubles. I mean, a lot more than normal. I know it's, you know, edgy these first rounds because they're just willing to go through to pick up the seeds. It's such big in the rankings for a lot of people.
140.
You know, and the ranking points that it's worth to the players here, and it gets them over players that are not here. I mean, people are sliding down the rankings
96.
that are sitting at home watching this.
Yes, it's another important aspect to think about
100.
with these tour events. As well as we were referring to earlier, the chance to pick up some prize money for a weekend, and maybe for the younger players coming through, pick up experience on the big stage. There are also those ranking points and ranking places to consider.
85.
And again, the real snatchy last start there.
See the anguish in his face, 'cause, you know, he knows he's doing it, and he tries to force himself to just stand there, stay calm. But at the last second, your brain says, this don't feel right, and that's why he pushes it. And by trying to push the dart, it smashes the head back.
100.
There's very little to choose between the averages of these two guys. Around about 85 they're averaging at the moment. 104 then, treble 18 would have left the bullseye, so we'll look to
56.
set it up if Burnett doesn't check out on 76. Double 8, yes, for a 4-1.
Richie Burnett.
No messing.
6 leg is Richie to throw first.
He's looking to turn the screw and get the job done now.
Game on.
And I think Jyhan thought he was throwing first there, but it is Richie to throw first. And with the throw then to go to within 1 leg of victory here, and a place in round 2 against
40.
Peter Wright. Peter Wright drawing 6-all with Dave Chisnell in Bournemouth last night.
Yes, he was 5-1 up at one time.
You did predict there could be a lot of draws in the Premier League this year, Rod, with the standard of the competitors.
140.
in that field of 10.
Yeah, I did predict that one as a draw last night. I couldn't, you know, match them anything else but the draw. Although at 5-1, I thought it's absolutely wrong. But, you know, you get things wrong. I thought that Raymond, after the way he played the week before, would have beat Wes. And Wes did really well to come back to end up
59.
the best side of that match. But there's so many funny results going on with, you know, Taylor not playing well at the moment. Of course, the people that are playing him now and getting that advantage, because you know Taylor's going to bring his form around and hurt a few people.
Yes, the other players have to make hay while the sun shines, don't they? If Phil is going through what we might call a temporary little blip, I'm sure it will be only temporary, and the other players in the field will certainly know about it soon enough. So a big 164 outshot for a 5-1 lead. Yes, he wants the bullseye for a 164.
118. Jyhan Artut 156.
So Burnett will be back for 46 to go to within one leg of victory.
100. Richie Burnett 46.
Well, looks like 16 for double top, 6 for double top, sorry. 2 clear at the tops. Doesn't want to let Artut back in, and that snatch.
Jyhan Artut 56.
So often it's going to take that dart at least an inch low and just let Artut back in. Can he take advantage of it?
36.
Oh, holds his hands up. He knows that was a chance. Yes, and double 10 for Burnett. And a real mountain to climb now for Artut.
Game on.
Well, as we say in the trade, I think from Artut that was what we call hands up Cadbury's. And as we say that, Artut kicks in with another maximum. It's the second leg in this match that he's actually started off with a maximum.
Well, a slack visit at the start of the leg for Burnett, but
60.
even if Artut was to win this one on the throw, Burnett would have the darts to throw first. But he will, if he can, try and get the job done in this leg, Burnett. Next on stage we have the Pie Man, Andy Smith, against Fabian Hertz, who's qualified again for this tournament, having qualified in Hildesheim, his first ever professional tournament.
180.
As Richie bangs in a 1080. And yes, he's come from nowhere, Fabian Hertz. And he's qualified for his second European Tour tournament. His second professional tournament of any kind. As Richie Burnett looks to check out on 1-2-2 for victory. Won't happen now.
48. Jyhan Artut 68.
Oh, well. He wants double top for 5-2.
Jyhan Artut. Ready flag is for Richie to throw first. Game on.
And as I mentioned, Richie does have the darts in hand, even if he had to write off that leg. And a good start here really would be just what he was after. And there's no bigger than a 1080 for the Prince of Wales. What a way to kick off what could be the winning leg of the match.
That's actually 180s back-to-back for Richie, scoring-wise, because he hit his last 3 darts of the previous leg was a maximum. So in the practice world, he'd want a 141, because that's where a lot of 9 darters are hit in practice. Oh, and that was close, wasn't it?
123.
Well, that's not bad. 7 trebles, 8 trebles in 9 darts. Treble 20s, that is.
Yes, this is a great leg by Burnett, just when he needs it.
174.
Superb leg from Burnett. When you want one leg from home, you pray for a 12 darter. It literally takes it out of the hands of your opponent. There's nothing he can do.
140. Richie requires
So double 12 for the match for the Welshman. Double 12. A brilliant final leg from Richie Burnett. Gets over the line against